Hello and welcome. Today I'm gonna unpack an Aptico wireless trackball by Speedlink. It's a nice recycled paper feel box. Posture enhancing, it says. Wrist friendly. Well, I'm convinced of that. Trackball mice are great for wrists. What I noticed is that the product images have really bad lighting. I really wonder why that is. Supportive shape relieves strain on the hand and shoulder by manipulating the trackball using the thumb. 8 meters range, 4D scroll wheel, so I guess it goes left and right as well. Automatic tracking speed adjustment, I wonder what that is. DPI switch at the front, that's interesting. Laser sensor, well, that's standard. Posture enhancing prevents the forearm from twisting, which relieves shoulder and neck. No complaints here, let's get it open. Okay, so we got a battery, some do not eat, throw away desiccant, that's what it looks like on the inside. It's empty now. We got a manual, user guide, and over here, the trackball mouse. Okay, we don't need all that paper. And we don't need this. Although, nice dust protection. Alright, I gotta say, the first impression is that it is really cool and dark. Really dark. I think that might be the reason why the photos are so unpleasant on the box. Because it might be really hard to take a picture of this. Alkyne battery. Gonna keep that for in a second. We got the user guide, which seems kind of thick in English and German. And many other languages. Let's just take a look at the product picture. Okay, we got a DPI indicator, DPI switch. So there will be a light here, I suppose. If it's gonna be turned on all the time, then it seems kind of wasteful. But we shall see. DPI switch apparently is here. That is interesting. I do wonder how this will be. Back-forward buttons kinda similar to the Logitech trackball. Not as aggressive as the Elecom. Elecom has a DPI switch over here, a temporary one. This one, right, this one. And a permanent one here. So I wonder how this will be by comparison. I gotta admit, I never use the DPI switches on the Elecom. Okay, trackball, take it out real quick. Okay, it has an opening, it has a nice hole for the USB adapter, or rather the wireless adapter. Okay. Let me just try to get the trackball ball out. Alright, easy enough. Index finger, not so much with the index finger. I really have to use the small finger for that. Okay, good, good, good. Everything seems fine in here. I wonder, what is this for? To protect the topmost location of the trackball mouse, perhaps? Maybe a packaging thing. Okay, what else do we have? We have one battery. Hello. We have an on-off switch on the backside and trackball removal hole, and the no label, but we have a wireless USB plug. Alright, so the toggle switches between 400, 800, 1200 and 1600 DPI. Interesting. The red LED will flash once to 4 times, depending on the selected DPI setting. So I guess it only flashes when you set it. Interesting. Thanks to its automatic tracking speed adjustment, the sensor resolution increases with faster movements or decreases with slower movements. To disable this mode, press the center and right trackball buttons simultaneously. When enabled, the LED will flash twice. When disabled, it will flash once. We'll have to test this. I'm thinking this is about those two buttons, so middle mouse button and right mouse button. Here we have an on-off switch. I guess it's time to put in the battery. Yeah. And let's get this one ready. Alright, let's connect it up and see what happens. Okay, you install your drivers. Oh yeah, we didn't turn it on. Huh. Alright, so we have a red light here. That was pretty cool. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we have the lowest DPI setting now. Again, I'm not gonna do in this video a clear comparison. I'm gonna make another video once I've used it for a while. Yeah, this one is flatter. That's my first impression already. Then the Elecom definitely has a different shape than the Logitech. So that's something to start with, the shape. Okay, let's compare the DPI settings. I made the desktop background white and the cursor black and big so you could better see. Yeah, it was 400, 800, 1200 and 1600. So we are now at 400 and I think it has automatic acceleration on. Okay, so we're at max speed and now we're at slowest speed. And if I'm slow, it's like this. And if I'm fast, it definitely accelerates, but let me check the settings on Windows here. Maybe it's internal, software side, I mean. All right, so let's disable enhance pointer precision. I think that might be the acceleration. Yes, this definitely makes a difference. You know, I just love about trackballs that I can spin them. It's the best. Okay, so now without acceleration, let's check the DPI settings again. 400, now 800, 1200, and 1600. Well, 12 and 16 we can't really tell the difference anymore, except if I use it much lighter. So 400, 800, 1200, and 1600. We have left and right scroll on the scroll wheel here. Nice and soft scrolling. We have left and right buttons, and of course a middle mouse button. And we do have this DPI switch, which I do wonder whether it will be a problem or not, regarding me trying to use backward and forward and getting confused. Just in case, the forward-backward buttons are also navigation buttons, so back and forward. Back and forward are these buttons. DPI switch is over here. We got a scroll wheel. We can also use it to scroll left and right. And we have the middle mouse button, which is useful for opening tabs, links in new tabs, for example. For this, I will have to check whether I accidentally keep scrolling left when I press it. We got left button, we got right button. These are supposed to be ergonomic features, I suppose. And a red trackball ball. I do like the design. I think it might look a little too gray and not black enough on camera, actually. It's a bit shaky. But that's nothing special. Automatic tracking speed adjustment. It said so on the box as well. And to turn it on and off, you have to hold down the middle mouse button and the right mouse button for a second or two. 3 seconds actually. So just now it had one light, one blink. And if I do it again, 0, 1, 2, 3, more like 4 seconds. So there's no real danger of accidentally doing it like this. If you play a many buttons shooter or I don't know, RTS, not really a risk that you will accidentally switch between the two. But what difference does it make? Actually, it's supposed to blink twice when enabled and once when disabled. Okay, so now it's disabled. And we are currently at 800 dpi. The description says that the sensor resolution increases with faster movements or decreases with slower movements. So I guess we have to use it a lot before it kicks in. So let's turn it on. It should blink twice when turned on. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, these are fast but short movements. Should this make a change? How about big fast movements? Like how much memory does this mouse have? This is much faster now. So the DPI is higher. If I turn it on, 1, 2, the DPI is lower. So if I use a lot of fast movements, it should increase actually. But this is definitely not the 800 that I had enabled. And if I change them now, oh, it does have an effect. But I'll disable this automatic setting. So I can have my hard 800 dpi. This is a setting I will have to read up on, so stay tuned for that part as well in the next video. So stay tuned for my next video in which I will share my experience with this trackball mouse. I'm going to use it as my primary trackball mouse from now on, so I can give a valid opinion about it in the next video. Give this video a like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and I will see you next time. Until then, ciao!